Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, social media world? It's your boy Sincere, J Red, Flappers, Brooklyn. Y'all already know. Welcome to the page. Like and subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, I appreciate you. Thank you. Because you could be doing anything with your time right now. And you're sitting here, standing, whatever it is you're doing that's presently distracting you in a positive way to tune into me and listen to what I got to say. So I salute you and I appreciate you for that. Millions of billions and things, videos you could be watching. So thank you. It's not just a line that I throw out there for my intro. I genuinely and organically mean what I say. I really do appreciate you. And my messages is not always going to apply to you. So if it don't apply, let it fly, send it, share it, forward it. You never know who could be benefiting from listening to the right substance at the right time. Hit that like button. What's going on, my peoples? We here with another one. I think today is going to be the 99 video that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Almost at 100. Could you believe that? I still can't believe it sometimes, I don't know how it may look to you. I don't know if it looks like this is just what I do, if this is just the norm, but it's not. It's still new to me. I just do it because I'm passionate. I love helping people. I love making or helping people become self-aware because you can't make nobody do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You still got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? I could bring you, like they said, you could take a horse to the pond, but you can't force him to drink. My pops used to tell me that all the time when I was a kid. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's still your decision, your choice. No matter what somebody's telling you, no matter what your physical trainer's telling you, your mentor, your therapist, whoever, you still, nobody can make you do nothing. They could just guide you. It's kind of like going to the gym. I could take you to the gym with me, but I can't lift them weights for you. I can't do them pull-ups for you. So you always gotta pat yourself on the back and still give those people their flowers for showing you in the right direction. You know what I mean? But the last video I did it was some social media joint. The whole Jim Jones capo, is he a confidential informant or not? And again, I said it in my comments on that video. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But basically, like I said, I'm not saying he is, I'm not saying he isn't. I have no idea. I'm only talking about and speaking about what it looks like. So if I offended anyone, this is my unbiased opinion. So I just want to clear that. At the end of the day, it's my unbiased opinion. There's no facts to it. Only that man and his situation is gonna, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Only that man and his situation and his God knows what it really is, if it is what it is, or if it isn't. It's really not my business. I could really care less. But just wanted to state that and put that out there because I don't want to make it seem like I'm throwing son under the bus because I have no idea if he is or if he isn't. Do I really care? No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had just brought it to my attention. I did my little homework as far as social media homework, and I did my video on that topic. But back to the regular scheduled program. I'm all about growth, self-awareness, self-development because I know what it could do for you. I know what it has done for me. And I think that's just our main purpose in life. You know what I mean? It's to master ourselves, constantly keep getting to know who we are. Because let me tell you guys something. A lot of the things that we think that makes us probably stemming from our childhood. Now we get a pass, right? Because when you're a kid, when you were a child, a young adolescent, we took in a lot of involuntary information and kind of just adapted that to our life. Whether it was right or wrong, that's for you to choose and for you to decide and for you to keep seeking and looking within. But the whole point I'm trying to say is we adapted a lot of useless and useful information when we was a kid, and that kind of embedded it in us as far as core beliefs. And depending on your age, we still kind of letting those things either hinder us, self sabotage us, or just keeping us stagnant in today's world, today's life. That's why it's very, very important to become self aware, to become consciously aware, because you didn't pick and choose those things. You know, you got certain information from your parents, from your peers, from your environment, your teachers, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But as you become an adult now, it's now your job and your due diligence to really see, was those teachings or those lessons or those implementation of things that happen into our life because of our environment and our life story, is it really helping us get to the next level? You know, and I'm gonna speak for me. I can't speak for everybody else. Everybody's life story is different. Some people had good mentors. Some people had good parents, good friends, and they was developed with a successful mindset to know that they could be all they could be. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to really shape your core belief. Your core beliefs that you have is what you believe. You know what I'm saying? They might not necessarily be true. They might not necessarily be right. But one thing I learned about this life is whatever you believe is your fact. And at the end of the day, your fact is what's going to propel you, stagnate you, hinder you, or push you to the top, have you keep leveling up. So you have to kind of really sit with yourself. And I don't think a lot of us kind of do that. I think because of life situations, distractions, whether it's positive distractions, negative distractions, life distractions, a distraction is still a distraction no matter how you put it, spin it, play it. You have to sit with yourself sometime and be the observer, because you're not your mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you could have a thought and a feeling and at the same time analyze that thought and that feeling. That's to show you that you're not your mind. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is just a tool to help you. That's one thing, one of the greatest gifts that our God, our person, or not person, but who we praise, because I'm not going to turn this into a religious video, but whoever your higher power is, that's one thing he kind of gave human beings compared to animals and mammals, that he gave us a conscious mind to choose to think. A lot of animals and mammals adapt and rely off of instinct. We have that instinct, and we also have a conscious mind to ask questions, self evaluate, go within on an internal, not external. Because a lot of people are mainly operating from an external point of view. You know what I mean? So you got to sit with yourself sometimes and really see. Because a lot of us have childhood trauma and we don't even think it's childhood trauma, because what's really the norm, right? My life story, how I grew up, my environment might be totally different to how you grew up. You know what I'm saying? So what's really the norm? You know what I'm saying? We grew up watching sitcoms, TV shows, and you might think because of, you're watching those things as a child. So that might be the norm to you, or what you think is the norm because you've seen that on a television show. And then you kind of comparing that to your life. I know I used to do that a lot. You know what I mean? I love my mom to death. You know what I'm saying? She instilled in me some great, great, great qualities. Yet she kind of hindered me as well. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, and I don't blame them for that. People can only operate and move on the information and things that they know. And I'm an older gentleman, so clearly my mom is a lot older than me. She's Caribbean. She's come from the island of Grenada, and she came here as an immigrant. And her and my father didn't really last that long. You know what I'm saying? I think they separated probably when I was like about 2, 3 years old for whatever reason. Well, I mean, I know some of the reasons, but I'm pretty sure it was more in depth if you let them tell it. But the whole point I'm trying to say, self-development, self-help was definitely not a big thing back then. You know what I'm saying? As it is now. You know what I mean? So they had their own demons, childhood traumas, and things that they weren't self-aware about because they was certain things was instilled in them, and they adapted it and took that in and let that kind of dictate how they move, how they think, how they feel. And some of those things are not always right, social media world. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's important for you to become self-aware. Because when you've been doing and thinking and feeling a certain way for so long, that becomes the norm. That becomes your fact, your belief, and that is now instilled and becomes a hardcore belief. That is very, very hard to change that mentality, that attitude, that perception when you've been thinking a certain way for so long. You get what I'm saying? So that's why self awareness is so important. Working on yourself, looking within, stop focusing on all these external things. I don't even watch the news. You know what I'm saying? I'm too busy focused on my world, not the world. You know what I mean? Because I'm all who I got. It's only me, myself, and I. You know what I mean? Everything else, you could shape how you want your life to be. But it first starts off with how you think and how you feel. Because how you feel is going to move mountains. It's going to be that big factor in your life. But are the feelings you having, are they good feelings? Are they coming from a secure place where it's going to propel you to growth, to success? Or are they going to hinder you and hold you back? That's what you need to really ask yourself. Like I said, children get passes. But when you become an adult now, it's your job to do the due diligence, the homework to see how I'm moving, how I'm thinking, how I'm feeling. Is that helping me? Yes, I've been doing it for so long because that's all I know. That's the norm. You know what I mean? Like who I am today and how I am today is my core beliefs is still the same. Let me say that first. My motto was always treat people how I want to be treated and keep it 100, keep it a buck, keep it real. No matter what I do, that's what I stand on. That's my motto. I chose that and made that a core belief as a child. And that traveled with me from young adolescent into my 30s and now to the age that I am. But I made that conscious decision to have that embedded in me. And that's one thing I would never change because I love that about me. That's what makes me be able to give you my unbiased opinion on certain matters, certain subjects, because that's my core belief. When you've been doing something for so long, that's ingrained, that's tattooed on my heart, in my heart. I stand on that. Just keeping it authentic, organic, and real. But for people who are not like that or who don't think like that, they might have other core beliefs that's probably negative or self sabotaging their level of success. And I don't mean as far as financially, but yes, that could definitely have a negative impact on your financial life because how you think and how you feel is going to dictate how you move and what you do. Feeling is a secret. Check out Neville Goddard. You guys never heard about Neville Goddard? Go YouTube. He has a book called Feeling is a Secret. I suggest y'all read that. If you guys are not into reading, YouTube it. Very, very smart man. God bless his soul. You know what I mean? I try to really follow some of his teachings, but it's, of course, sometimes it's very not the norm from how I grew up. So when I'm hearing certain things and I'm implementing them, it's still that push pull, because I still have certain things that's instilled in me that I need to unlearn, undo, that's been passed on to me as a child and a young adolescent. But check him out. Check him out. I mean, he's all over YouTube. It depends on the algorithm and what you like. So I don't know if he pops up in your feed, but very, very intellectual man. It'll change your life. You start listening to him and kind of practicing his teachings. But it's unorthodox to what most of us was taught. You know what I'm saying? What our parents instilled in us and what they passed down us because of what was taught to them and instilled in them. And what was taught to them is like generational. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really don't like to get on the topic of kind of religion, because I don't think any religion, as long as it's promoting positivity, right from wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. No matter if you're Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, Hinduism, whatever it is, I don't think the creator is going to say, you know what, you weren't a Christian, you ain't going to heaven, or you ain't a Muslim, you ain't going to the promised land, or whatever those other religions say what happens after death, where you're going to go. You know what I'm saying? God is very fair. And at the end of the day, it's all your belief. What you believe, what you believe is your story, is your fact. Sometimes, getting back to the original topic, sometimes we need to change our beliefs and try to change our core beliefs, because some of the beliefs that we have is hindering us and not really serving us to be the best version of ourselves. We need to really study ourselves and study how we think, what we kind of tie into and focus on all the time, over and over. Like I was saying before, I'm always all over the place. So excuse me, social media world, because it's like so much I want to say. And sometimes I get caught up in my words because I just want to get it out. It's that passion. But I'm working on that. Slowing down, being patient. That's a very, very hard thing for me to do, is have patience. I don't know if it's because I'm an Aries, because the people who are into signs, y'all already know that's one of our negative traits as an Aries, is we tend to have no patience. So, but I believe that anything that you focus on could be worked on. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to place your energy in the right direction and be dedicated, determined, and have discipline and able for you to accomplish that. And that's with anything you do. Like I wasn't always who I am right now. My core beliefs, yes. But as far as the way I thought, you know what I'm saying? I was a very, I don't want to say pessimistic, but it kind of could lead to that negative thinking. And that's because I came from an environment that was negative, including my household. But that's a whole nother story. I'm not going to talk about that this video. But your job is to do your due diligence and see the level that you on, because a lot of us are on the same level that we were when we was 12, 19, 25. And you can't have the 12, 19, 25 thinking for you today, especially if you're an older gentleman or older woman. That's just crazy. But a lot of people are doing that because they're not seeking anything else. They're probably in survival mode, day to day, autopilot, wake up, go to work, take care of the kids. And the little time they do have, they're distracting themselves with TV, social media, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So basically, the moral, what I'm saying, how much time I'm in? I want to bore you guys to death. I'm already 20 minutes in. I know people's mentality. They can't sit there and watch a whole 20-minute video unless it's somebody rapping, dancing, or doing some goofy, weird shit. That's just the times we're in. But the moral of the story is, I'm going to wrap this up right now. The whole moral of this video is to become self-aware, to see what level you on, because a lot of us don't even know the level you're on. We're just coasting. You're just coasting through life, tiptoeing through your grave, and there's no do-overs, social media world. This is all we got right now. You know what I'm saying? Stop taking this precious time for granted. You know what I'm saying? How you feel and what you believe in can either make you level up or can hold you where you at or bring you down. So become self-aware, do that internal work. It's your boy Sincere, J Red, Flatbush, Brooklyn. Y'all already know. Yo.